Have you ever spent the night replaying the same thought over and over? A small mistake, a hurtful word, or a decision you regret. And no matter how hard you try, your mind just won't stop? If you've ever felt trapped in your thoughts, this story is for you. It might heal your mind and your heart forever. Once upon a time, in a quiet village near the mountains, there lived a young man named Farid. Farid was kind, wise, and hard-working, but his greatest enemy lived inside his own head. He overthought everything. If someone didn't smile at him, he wondered, did I do something wrong? If a friend didn't visit, he thought, maybe they don't like me anymore. And if he made a small mistake, he replayed it 100 times in his mind. People saw Farid as calm, but inside, his mind was like a storm that never stopped. One day, Farid went to visit an old monk who lived alone on top of a hill. People said the monk had the calmest mind in the world. When Farid arrived, the monk was sitting by a small pond, watching the ripples move gently across the water. Farid bowed and said, "Master, my thoughts never stop. I worry about everything, past, future, people, mistakes. How can I find peace?" The monk smiled and said, "Come tomorrow morning and bring a small cup of salt." The next morning, Farid came with the salt. The monk took the cup and said, "Now, put the salt into this glass of water and drink it." Farid did. The taste was bitter. The monk asked, "How does it taste?" "Awful," Farid replied. Then the monk led him to the pond. "Now," he said, "throw the same salt into the pond and drink from it." Farid bent down, took a sip, and smiled. "This water tastes fresh," he said. The monk nodded. "The amount of salt your worries is the same, but the difference is the size of your mind. When your mind is small, every problem tastes bitter. When your mind is large, the same problems become nothing." Farid sat quietly. He understood. His overthinking came from having a small space inside, a mind too focused on every detail, every fear. The monk continued, "Stop living inside your thoughts. Go out, work, help others. Look at the sky, listen to the birds. Expand your world and your mind will grow." That evening, Farid walked home in silence. For the first time, he noticed the colors of the sunset, the sound of children laughing, the softness of the breeze. Every time a worrying thought came, he told himself, "This is just salt. Let me make my pond bigger." Days turned into weeks. Farid still faced problems, but his heart no longer drowned in them. He smiled more, slept better, and found peace in small moments. People began to ask, "Farid, how did you become so calm?" He would answer gently, "I stopped shrinking my world to the size of my thoughts." Dear listener, your problems may not disappear, but you can change their weight by changing the size of your mind. Stop overthinking. Breathe. Move. Live. When your heart grows larger, the worries that once hurt you will lose their power. Because peace doesn't come from having no problems. It comes from seeing them differently. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video. Share it with someone who often lives inside their thoughts. And subscribe to English Talesphere, where every story helps you grow your English and your soul.